This episode was brought to you by our generous patrons. Want to vote on the next game we play? Consider becoming a patron. And we are back
to talk about more school and stuff.
More school and stuff. I figured a lot of the peeps here. Oh, that wasn't high enough. Oof. Okay, so both sides.
Peeps here should know me by now. I talk about everything but the game.
No, I mean it's we're talking about the game where.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, and I think that's as high as it gets. I think you just have to glide at a certain point to your maximum height.
Didn't feel like it was high enough. I'll try.
Maybe again. There's two. So maybe is there anything to your left? No. No, this has got to be it then.
Yeah, it doesn't look like one of those double charge ones.
No, it doesn't.
Let's just see if we can. Yeah, it's not high enough.
Maybe keep going and maybe you can double back around. So maybe there's.
I can try. This is the first time I'm seeing these arrows though, in this level. So.
But yeah, in general, to like the homework discussion, for the most part, teachers, as a whole, tend to try and give as little homework as possible.
There we go.
I know that I don't give any homework if possible. I like to have all my stuff done in class. One, because I can interact with my students.
Yeah,
and make sure that they're doing it correctly.
Necessary or
just
anything,
like that Twitter video was talking about. Like, it's much easier as a teacher to work with them in class and make sure that they're understanding the concepts, because giving busy work doesn't solve anything. Giving them 10 extra math sheets isn't going to help if they didn't understand how to do the first math sheet.
Yeah.
I'd rather them get the concept. Some teachers still, I think, go a little too overboard, but that's the teachers that they've been teaching for longer maybe than I have. But I would say there is definitely a sea change, especially with teachers under 40, where it's just like,
40 teachers under 40.
Yeah, but the science and math teachers, I do think some, like, that's not obviously all math teachers, because there are some that are over 40 and are changing their ways and are adapting.
Yeah,
but
it's almost like a teacher can learn.
Yeah, I mean, that's the core concept. As a teacher, you're supposed to still be a student yourself.
Yeah. How can you teach unless you are also eager about education and learning yourself?
It's one thing that I've always kind of like went with my students and been like, hey guys, I go to workshops. I still practice. I'm still working on art. I'm still freelancing.
Ooh.
I'm not done learning. I never will be done learning as an artist. It's kind of the best part about being an artist. You're never really done. There's always something you can be better at.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's the day you stop learning is the day you start dying.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, and a lot of kids are like, I'm sick of learning. Well, I mean, you get to rest on your laurels sometimes, absolutely, but when you stop growing, what are you even doing anymore? You're just existing at that point.
For sure. And one of the hardest things for a lot of students, and I think this is the fault of the teachers themselves, is when they don't explain why a concept is important and why it relates to actual life, not just a standard.
You have to create passion.
Yeah, exactly. So everything that I teach my students, like, hey, why is this important? I'm going to give you an example. Like, hey, this is how it's used. You know all those cool comic books you look at? This is a job. This is why they know this. This is why perspective is important. Too often, art teachers will just, here's an assignment. It's like, yeah,
here's what you gotta do.
What's the point of this? Well, it's for this and this. It's like, they never say that. They never say, how does this apply for a kid that actually wants to be an artist when they grow up?
Yeah.
You know? And for me, it's like, here, I'm gonna teach you all the fundamentals. Like, I'm not gonna be able to teach you everything. There's just no way. I can only give you a 2-week breakdown of perspective. If you really want to learn, you need 30 weeks of 2 classes to really get the concept to mastery. And not even then, like, you'll still be practicing it on your own. But my whole deal with middle schoolers is like, hey, I'm gonna give you the passion. I'm gonna show you these concepts, so that way you can go practice on your own, because and to be truthful, that's the only way you're really gonna get better. You're gonna have to go put in the work.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Creating the passion for learning.
No, for sure. And I think too often math teachers and science teachers and even art teachers to the degree just don't do enough of real world relatability. And I think if more people,
I think a lot of them find structure in the rigidity of it.
Yeah.
And that really becomes problematic for kids who are still learning and they don't know what they want to do. So that rigidity makes it feel like this isn't fun. Art was fun. I like doodling. I like drawing. I wanted to find art.
It's
and
also
then by
why
giving them that structure, but it's now a prison instead of just like, hey,
freeform.
I'm giving you a ladder to climb up to wherever you want to go.
That's the basic idea. And even with my art assignments, like if we're doing perspective, like, well, can I do this idea? It's like, yeah, run it by me. I'm down for anything. I may tell you no, but I may also just modify it and be like, hey, the reason why I'm saying like we're doing still lifes right now with my advanced art. One student's like, oh, can I make it up? I'm like, that kind of defeats the purpose of a still life. The whole
just
point,
drawing,
Yeah, that's just drawing. So I told him, it's like, you have to do off these images that I found.
You can have a still life in your head, but
yeah, I was
it
like,
would really help for me to grade you if I can also see it.
Well, it's like you're also like from a still life, like there's not a lot of like room for.
We're fighting the boss.
Nice.
I didn't think we'd be fighting him already. I mean, there was another mouth.
Oh yeah, there was like 2 others.
This is just the next one that opened up.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Right? Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, 69. No. Right on. Maybe he's just in this level and I don't have to.
Maybe, yeah.
And I don't beat him. Oh yeah?
No,
yeah.
There's some extra stuff in here.
I'm 1 hit away from dying. I want to gather all these gems, but I'm not going to be able to chase this final guy on the last time.
I thought we had like another 3 levels to discuss stuff.
I thought we did too. Like it didn't look like.
I didn't think this is it. But I mean, there's 2 extra levels still.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly it wants from us here. Because it's a level plus a boss fight?
I think so. Okay, but I guess this surmise the whole opinion is just, for the most part, it bothers me when some people that haven't been in education make blanket statements about something where it's like, when's the last time you were in a classroom? Because it actually.
When's the last time you talked to a kid?
Yeah, when's the last time you talked to a kid? When's the last time you were actually
I make a habit of not talking
teachers?
to kids because I don't like them.
That's
I don't like
fair.
these little bastards. They're dirty, they're nasty, fucking.
I love kids. I love hanging out with them in classrooms and stuff and teaching. Yeah. But I understand.
You love being an educator.
I like being an educator. It's fun. But yeah, I think one of the important part of a teacher is, hey, show your kids why this is important and why it matters, but also don't inundate them with busy work. And I think that
busy work makes it feel like a job. And education does have its spots where you're just like, come on, man. Like, why is this so taxing?
And I always break it down legitimately for my kids, like, hey, they're like, why do I need to know this? I'm like,
I see.
They're like, well, I just want to draw art. I'm like, that's cool, kiddo.
Maybe the key doesn't go there.
I just want to draw too, but if you don't understand basic addition and subtraction, multiplication and division, you're not going to be able to pay your bills. And you need those bills when you're an adult.
I see what we got to do here.
They're like, oh, why should I care about English? I just want to draw. Well, when you get an email from your client describing how to do the project and you need to go and talk with them in a conversation through email, you better fucking know how to type correctly and know how to structure a paragraph that's legible to that other individual, or you're not gonna get that job.
You have to be able to, and that's part of the system that we're trying to, I would like to see put into education a lot.
For sure.
Is that it would really help if a lot of kids learn how to do their taxes and do their
and a lot of teachers feel that same way, and part of the problem is
it's like, but this isn't art or English or literature or history or science it's like, okay, yes, but in the sphere you have to be multifaceted.
In high school, there should be some kind of general education class that covers those concepts, and I think too often we don't, and it's definitely like a plot hole, and I know a lot of teachers feel that way. Part of it is, changing standards is such an ass to do.
Oh yeah, totally.
So unfortunately there is a lot of bureaucracy. People are like, that's not good enough. It's like, well, there has to be some structure and there has to be some kind of consensus. Otherwise, it's literally pandemonium for what's being taught. But yeah, when people bring that up, it's like teachers are aware. We try and actually do teach that, but that comes on to the teacher then. You can make your lessons and change you can fit it within the standards, but that teacher has to care about it.
Oh yeah.
And there are teachers that have done that.
My stepmom was a counselor, but for not a counselor as in mental stuff, but definitely you need this many credits if you're going for this. You need to
credit counselor.
A credit counselor type of thing, but not 100% that, but definitely Where would
Kinda
you like
more
to go? What
advisor
would you like to
role.
do? Yeah, it was like an
College
advisory.
advisor?
I don't know her exact title.
Because at high schools, every school has someone that works with the colleges.
She does work at a high school.
Okay, well, she's probably the college advisor then. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure of her job title, but
Yeah, I can't remember what that title is either, honestly.
she was she really helped me like figure out too. She was like, yeah, a lot of us are working in the system that we're given. Like we
Yeah.
have to work within the walls of what this is.
There needs to
And
be some kind of
unfortunately,
rules and structures
Yeah.
to it. Otherwise, it just doesn't really work.
This is the last fucking battle too.
But yeah, I think it is, yeah.
This is totally the last battle.
Just,
I mean, I didn't expect to end it.
like, the commentary by some people is fine, but part of me is like, have you tried talking to a teacher in a while? Because it always bothers me, just as a teacher, when I see such vitriol for teachers as well. It's like, yeah, I know there are bad teachers out there.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But it also, as a teacher, it hurts to see sometimes when it's just like, we're really, really trying here, you know? Like,
and not getting paid
and
well.
not
while
getting
doing
paid at the same time. And then to see things like that, it's like, if you actually took time and talked to a teacher, talk to your actual teachers, old teachers, you might find out, there's reasons why this didn't happen.
This sounds like much like the common trope of, if you only broadened your horizons based off of information,
If you took
maybe
into
we would have
consideration.
a more empathetic discussion
I do
instead
think
of just, hey, I don't like this. It's like, yeah, but have you been in the sphere?
Yeah.
Like, to figure out why these problems exist in general instead of just like, well,
Right.
they don't care. No, I'm sure there's other workplace-related issues.
Just like Gnasty Gnorc's workplace issues, putting all his people on the line and not taking the job himself.
Is he not gonna
Quit running
fight me?
away.
Like, yeah, is he not gonna fight me in the places? Fucker! I was trying to hit him with
I think
flame.
you have to just chase him until you hit him.
Yeah, I think I do too.
I think
'cause
that's
that's
just
right
it.
back to the start.
Yeah, I mean, this is their first game. Not a lot of plot in this first one.
Nah, that's fine. No, I think it's a
Someone did
setup
mention
probably.
that there are
okay, a little short.
female dragons, but they only
the second or
appear in
third
like
one,
the
right?
third one, and there's only
Yeah.
like 2 of them. Someone say like, yeah, the fan base just thinks
Oh,
maybe.
did I not fucking?
Oh, you gotta repeat it.
Oh my god, I have to go get that fucking key again?
You gotta get all 3.
What?
It's because 3 hits. I think as soon as you hit him once, he's down.
Oh, this is some bullshit.
Yeah, it's the last
This is some
boss.
arbitrary bullshit.
Just like having to teach within the system.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all coming together.
Exactly. Let me before I forget.
Get your thought out.
Get my thought out about the mic thing. So I was TAing for a photography class. And Mike showed up there because he was like, well, this is the only elective I think I would be feeling cool with, especially because he was like, you're the TA, you can help me out, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, absolutely, man. I can work with you. I love photography. I liked it a lot more back in the day where I had a camera before it got fucking jacked.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, absolutely, we can work together. And we were doing actual film photography back in the day with a dark room and
Using
everything.
a dark room, changing
Yeah.
in like
I was like, this is how you do
film.
exposures. This is how you know.
I learned how to do that when I took my teaching test to be a teacher.
Yeah.
I've already forgotten it.
Oh yeah, no, totally. It's not necessary information. Much like if you learned a second language and you don't have to ever follow it up. Yeah, no, that
I
info
remember
goes
the
away.
concepts of how to do
Oh, son of a bitch!
It's kind of like woodshop. I understand the concepts enough that if I went in there and I was given like a hour refresh course, like, okay, I remember this. Like my dad had a dark room growing up. He
That's
has
tight.
one in his house. He doesn't really do it anymore just because, digital photography.
Well, yeah, and
He's always busy.
The chemicals are so expensive. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like
And
with the
getting old
overhead that they
film
have
now.
for places that actually do film still.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense to get it processed there, unless you want to really do like, I'm a photographer that does film photography for a magazine or a publication.
Right, and you want the highest quality.
Then that's what you can do. But even then, like, digital's come so far
that
it's like, well,
you're gonna post-process it anyways, typically through Photoshop
Typically,
or
yeah.
some kind of software anyways. So
unless you're going for photography, film, traditional style, it's not
also the
necessary
amount
anymore.
of the amount of people that have jobs in photography now, I'm sure, are just completely like a lot smaller than they used to be. Because newspapers used to employ people of that nature, but I wonder how much of that is even still open market.
Well, I would say it would actually be higher. I would think.
Really?
Why would you think lower?
I don't know. I think just because it's so accessible. I think
I think because it's so accessible is my main reason as to
Maybe,
why
yeah.
it would be more of a not a drowned sphere, but definitely like a lot more people involved. The ability to get good photos now can be on your phone, and I'm not saying incredible photos.
Right.
I'm just saying like the ability to have access to photos is no longer.
I guess it's just I don't know the
a several hundred
photography.
or $1,000 camera.
Yeah, even though I'm in the art sphere, I know nothing about the photography freelance scene. So honestly, I have no idea. It's all just pure speculation.
I won't claim to fucking know either.
I know photographers.
Oh shit! Fucking why would you not turn tight enough?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch! I like hard left, and he was like, "Oh, okay, fly around."
I have a few friends that are freelance photographers. One that we know. I think E still does freelance photography.
Okay. Good on E.
Your old roommate. I just don't want to say their name.
Yeah.
I think they still do
We don't
that.
talk anymore. But yeah, I definitely do think they still do it. That she almost was gonna apprentice me, to some extent as a freelancer back in the day.
Yeah.
She asked me if I would like to be like her second for wedding photography stuff.
Right, and that's what
one
of my other friends who I grew up with, like a younger sister. She has her own photography business. She still has a main job, just like most artists. You know, here's your main job, and here's where you
photography pays, but it doesn't pay to the point of being like
able to sustain your entire living off of it.
Especially when clients can become so hit or miss between. It's really much like all freelancers. Work is it could be dry, it could be heavy, it could be you could get it right away, you could not get it. 2-3 months, and then you still have all those bills. So.
A lot of freelancing is you find a job that you enjoy, and you like, and then you do your art not on the side because I don't really like that connotation. You also just do your art in conjunction with it. You have a freelance job that allows you the ability, like when you get freelance work, you're able to do it, but you also find something that you love.
Hard turn left.
Like I love teaching. A buddy of mine loved being a park ranger, but he was always going to cons. He was always selling stuff at conventions.
Yeah.
So like. He probably could have gone full freelance, but having that park ranger job gives you job security. It gives you medical.
It gives you an actual paycheck that you're able to rely on
always count
in case you have dry spells.
It's the same reason why I do teaching, not only because I like it.
Gotcha, baby.
Got him.
Okay, why did he run past that time?
Keep going.
That's so weird. Real quick, because this episode's about to be ending.
Yeah.
I got off tangent again, real quick. Mike showed up at the.
Well, let's continue in the next episode.
Okay.
Mike, because otherwise,
Yeah, no, we gotta. You guys will have to fucking.
Here's the cliffhanger.
Wait for the cliffhanger. Yeah.
About Mike and being in class.
We'll see you guys next time. Beep bop boop.
Because I feel like that deserves more than a 30-second tangent.
Oh yeah. We'll go over that. That was fun though. I can't believe we're already at Gnorc. Good Gnorc.
I can't either. Honestly, I figured there's 2 more mouths, so I guess those are bonus levels.
They must be.
I mean,
we'll see to what extent we can play.
Yeah.
Without having to go back.